Hey there, this is Kathleen Seide with Seide Realty. I'm one of the co-owners of Seide Realty, and we thought it would be great to start taking a few minutes every week to go over what's going on in the market around Gainesville and share that with you. So I want to introduce you to, that way, is Berkeley Hoflund. She's an agent with our company, and we wanted to do this together and share some information with you every week. So start tuning in wherever you're getting these. We're going to be live on a couple different channels. So join us, and hopefully there'll be something interesting for you. If you have any specific questions, please say hello down below and actually drop your comments and questions down below, or reach out to us directly. We'd love to have some incentive to discuss any particular neighborhood if you have an interest or a particular kind of house or something that you want us to take a look at and dive deeper in. So with that said, I want just to let Berkeley say hello for a minute.
Hello, everyone. Good to be here.
I'm going to go over, so the monthly market analysis has come out from the Florida Realtors. That's the professional organization for realtors in Florida. And the statistics are pretty interesting. And, you know, people that are active in the real estate market at all have a sense of what's going on here. But with everything that's different in the world right now, a lot of people are asking. So we wanted to start doing this more regularly. So we're looking at a comparison between September of 2020 and September of 2019 for the Gainesville market area, which includes Alachua County and Gilchrist County. And the numbers here are pretty interesting. You know, there's this idea that there's less inventory out there, which is very true, but there's also so much more going on in the market, and it's just happening more quickly. So the effect is that there's less inventory. But if we take a look, so for example, the number of closed sales in 2019 was 229 for September. In 2020, it's 303. So that's a 32% increase in the number of sales for a month. We also see there's a 24% increase in the number of sales that have paid cash. We see median sales price went from $232,500 in 2019 to $317,746 in 2020. So that's an 18% increase in median sale price. That's pretty significant. Sorry for my yard guy out front doing stuff, but you know, we'll keep going. So we're seeing a significant increase in median sale price. We're seeing more sales. We're also seeing a higher dollar volume. So as you can see, there's more properties selling. They're not selling for less money. They're selling for more money. And that means there's a 64% increase in sales volume. The volume went from $59 million to $96 million in sales in 1 month. We're looking at also it's very much a seller's market. So last year we had a 3.2 month inventory supply, which is definitely a seller's market. This year we're looking at a 2.2 month inventory supply. So it's even more a seller's market. And we're seeing that play out in a couple of different areas. The median, the ratio between the asking price, the list price, and the actual sale price has gone from 97.9%, which is pretty close to the asking price, all the way up to 98.6%. This is getting loud. I'm going to mute myself. Oh, okay. He just went around the corner. Good. I'm like, how do I do this? So we're looking at sellers getting a lot closer to what they're asking for when they get a contract. That doesn't mean that they didn't go on the market with a higher price. It's possible they listed a little higher and then dropped it, but as quickly as these homes are selling, it's not likely. We're looking at a median time to contract of 20 days. So less than 3 weeks between when they go on the market and when they're under contract. And then 66 days, so a little over 2 months between when they go on the market and when they're sold. So that is a drop. The median time to contract is a drop of 28%. Homes are selling a lot faster than they were a year ago. And we're looking at a 17% decrease in the time to sale. So they're going under contract more quickly and they're selling more quickly. We have more pending sales and more new listings every month, or in the month of September, than we did a year ago. So we saw almost 28% more listings come on the market in September than a year ago. But we still have less inventory than we did a year ago by 30%. So instead of having 860 listings on the market that buyers could go look at, we only have 606 listings on the market that buyers could go look at. So with all of that activity and all those extra houses coming on the market, they're just going under contract more quickly. And so buyers, in essence, don't have a lot to look at. So Berkeley was going to talk a little bit about what that means. If you're a buyer in this market, what does that mean for you?
Well, I would definitely advise any people who want to purchase a home to have a pre-approval letter from the bank. Let's go in there and have a strategy to be prepared to make an offer. This is definitely not the market where you can go home and sit on it for a couple nights, think about it, and then come back to it. Most likely things will be going pending very quickly. It really comes down to, is it appropriately priced based on recent comps in the neighborhood and condition. If things are appropriately priced and they're in pretty good working order, they don't necessarily need to be completely updated, but is it clean? Is it, generally put together, uncluttered, things like that.
Cool. And I think also a piece, and this is for buyers and sellers, there's a lot more attention to the virtual tours and the information you can get online right now to do a lot of filtering before you actually walk into a house. Do you agree with that?
Yes, absolutely. Drive by the neighborhood, drive through the neighborhood, see if this is a place where you will want to live, spend your time. That is another great filtering piece during COVID. So you don't have to go and look at, 24 houses. Go and see the neighborhood. Look at the outside. Is the curb appeal there for you? Then, of course, look online and see what the photos look like and the video tours.
And I think in situations where people are able to get access to things like the survey to get a sense of where the house is sitting, and also floor plans,
Yes.
I think that adds a lot of value as well. Or even walking video tours. Some people are doing more of those because it helps people get through a house, especially a house that has people living in it. So there's less contact and less disruption.
Yes.
So that's what it means for buyers. I think for sellers, you look at this and it may seem like, gosh, it's really easy to sell a house right now. But there's some aspects to it that are interesting. You want to, as much as possible, take some time to make sure your curb appeal is great. And you want to, because of the prioritization of people looking at the marketing that's online and filtering out houses from there, you want to put your best foot forward as much as possible. So you want to make sure that you get professional quality photos and video. And like I said, if you can get floor plans and information like that as much as possible to provide people, that's really useful. And that will help you get a sale more quickly. Also, having a good agent to help you navigate the process of having 5 offers come in at once. It can be really overwhelming, and there's a lot of little nuances that make one offer better than another, and more importantly, make them better for you. So getting really clear on what your requirements are and what's going to make your process of moving the most smooth and the least stressful is really good. So get clear on that, and then use those decisions to weed through these offers and see which people are going to be likely to be the easiest to work with and meet those needs for you. And also understand that sometimes in this market, it means that people are having to make decisions without being able to think them through all the way. And so that means that sometimes that's going to happen during the inspection period. And it happens that you'll see a bit higher rate of attrition during the inspection period. So people might come in, and once they get to spend some time in a property or see it a second time, they're going to rethink, can I really live here? Is this really what I want? And don't be so panicked if you see your contract fall through. And don't worry so much about bending over backwards to please the buyer, because there's a lot more buyers out there. So you can let a contract cancel and put your house back on the market and get another buyer pretty quickly. But just keep really clear on what's going to work for you and what's going to support your move in the smoothest way possible.
Mm-hmm.
So
Nice.
that said, Berkeley's been showing.
Hello?
Hi. I need to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. So
Gotcha.
that said, we have a listing, a pool house near UF Law School. And Berkeley has been showing a couple people that property and done some research around that market. So I want to hand it over to you and give us a little perspective on that micro area in Gainesville and what's going on in that market.
Well, it seems like most homes in that area are priced just over $300,000, all the way up. Even I think highest in that area might be around 500, 550. And it's really a mixed neighborhood. It is not all student rentals. Now, there are quite a few student rentals in that area. However, it really is a mixed area of people who are full-time residents there, have owned their home for probably quite a number of years. And then, of course, there are the other students as well. And I would say that's probably one of the big draws of that neighborhood, is the like how close the location is to UF. And you can hop on a bike and be at work or at school within just a few minutes.
You covered your mic, maybe?
Oh,
there you go.
Okay. Can you hear now? So I think that is like the big draw, is being able to hop on your bike and be at class or at work within just a couple of minutes. And then, that's also a double-edged sword because, game day weekends, it becomes like maybe not sitting on the patio and enjoying your cup of tea in quiet. You're listening to all the game day rowdiness. So,
yeah, it helps if you're passionate about UF and UF sports, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, being that close, that's like a lot of people tailgate right in there. There may be some traffic. No, there's definitely some traffic on both of those roads. So you either need to plan to be home or to be out, right?
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
So
cool. But it's a great place to host a, pre-game tailgating with some friends and then head over to the games, right?
Certainly. And, also the aspect of, if you have a great yard space, you can usually charge a premium and actually make some pretty good money, I suppose, allowing parking on your property.
Right.
So that's a very popular thing in
cool.
that area.
Well, thanks for sharing. So I think that'll wrap it up. Thanks so much for joining us. I hope this is useful. Again, it's Berkeley, that way.
Thank you.
With Seide Realty, and I'm Kathleen Seide again. And like I said, feel free to reach out or put your comments down below and let us know what you think and how we can be more helpful to you for the next time. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Bye.